Good morning, everybody. Thought we'd come live for a quick haircut, but I've got some chats to be had as well.
You do?
I do. I've got the chats, so hang fire because I want everybody else's opinion on this too. Oh, sorry. I caught my hands like a child with a wooden bobble. A dinosaur. Oh, it's scary. Hey, Leash. Chances are half the folk will not get a notification because it's not been happening, but we're here. Hey, Vivi. We're here with 1,000,001 things going on in our life right now. Me and Abby, we've always been this way, haven't we?
Yes.
And it's so annoying because...
Sometimes I love it, but today I hate it.
No, but it's always, isn't it? Like, there's never...
It doesn't matter what we do, it's always like this.
It's been like this from the minute we met.
Yes.
Like, oh, let's just wake up at 2 a.m. and paint a wall. Like, that is me and Abby. We actually did. We went outside and painted our front garden wall. So the neighbours would have fell asleep and then they'd have got up in the morning...
And our wall was painted.
And our wall was painted a completely different colour. Like...
That was like from 2 o'clock till 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We didn't have Hudson.
No, we didn't have
and
Hudson.
Gianna and Kai were at their dad, so we had a little bit more freeway in that respect then.
They've got to die. Or the other parent. Busy gals. Right, I had a comment yesterday on, you might have seen it if you follow us on TikTok as well. But this guy was basically saying, like, I remember being just like you. And that it's quite obvious that I'm trans. And this is coming from a trans guy. Like, there was paragraphs and paragraphs because people were like, where do you even get this assumption from? But they were basically saying that it's the way I am with the kids is because I'm basically like a dad, and only women aren't like that. Apparently, they're not like fun and silly with their kids, which is the first ridiculous statement. The second ridiculous statement is, like, it was like, she's obviously trans as well, and that's okay. Basically trying to out me as that I'm the same as them, that I'm actually trans. Like, isn't that just the most ridiculous thing ever? And my point, I actually did a very reply back to it, because my point with that was, this is what's wrong just now. Like, so many people, nobody really cares what you are anymore.
How can anybody think it's acceptable to label somebody else?
I know, right? But nobody really cares who you are anymore. Like, I don't know. My kids have never had anybody say to them, oh, you've got lesbian mums. We're a normal family. When the kids' friends come over, they don't think it's weird. Like, they just see it as we're their mums. Don't they?
Yeah, Gianna and Kai have got Colin Abbey.
Yeah, like, we've never had or experienced any of that. We're just a normal family. The kids don't, oh, it's weird, like they would back in the day. So everything's moved forward, and it's clearly...
Not everywhere.
Not everywhere, but where we are, it is. And then when you see somebody of the LGBT community trying to out someone else as something else, you're like, this is why people aren't being supportive anymore. Like, all over social media, you always see people trying to out people, and our kids' generation has got no hope. Like, they really haven't it, especially if people are going about saying stuff like that. Like, if someone was to have said to me that same statement when I was in first year at school, so say when I was about 12, someone was to say to me, look, that I looked up to because they were part of the LGBT, if they were to say that to me when I was 12 years old, I would have been like, they're right. And that would have influenced me 100% that I was trans and that's why I was the way I was. And I just think that's such a bad influence, especially on our younger generation. But anyways, that's what I'm about that.
Coming, who is part of the LGBT and should understand themselves how hard that is.
You should have just replied to him in that red outfit you had on the other night. Oh, BB, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, I'd have died.
It's not even that. Even if I was, like, I just don't get... I'm not offended by somebody, even if somebody wants to ask, are you trans, or anything like that. I'm not offended by any of that. It's the fact that somebody else is trying to label me is something I'm not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, how can somebody who doesn't actually know you think they know you better than yourself to say that's who you are and what you are?
Like, and don't get me wrong, everybody does it, but there's a place to do it. Like, I'm not innocent. I'll have said to Abby at some point, oh, that wee girl's probably got to be a lesbian. But would I say to that wee girl, you're probably got to be a lesbian? Absolutely not.
Oh, there's plenty of women main goal of life.
Anybody does it. Or you walk
natural.
away through something and
would
like...
I say to them, I think you're gay? Absolutely not. It's none of my business. And to be fair, I couldn't really care if they are or not.
I'm the adult kid in our relationship. I have a trans daughter and a daughter-in-law as well as a trans son, as well as a lesbian daughter. You are cool. Well, this is it, and that's what I mean. It's no offence to anyone. Everybody's different and individual, but
just because that's how they felt, it doesn't mean it's how somebody else feels.
Do you know what I should have replied back? Actually, I think you're a lesbian that's made a mistake. Because it's no different.
Yeah.
I don't think you're actually trans. I think you're a lesbian that's made a mistake. Yeah. That would work just the same, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. And how offensive is that? That is just as offensive.
Yeah.
Hey, Eloise. It's also offensive to mums because I'm going to do the same video of Abs, like that they replied to. Abby's just as fun as me. I'm maybe a little bit more stupid. I am the bigger kid of the two of us.
I know, but I think what people don't understand is, right, our job is also social media. Cole is obviously more portrayed as the fun one, which in general she is. But does that mean I don't do stuff like this? Like, it actually shocked me. We were at a play park and... Who are you waving at?
Huh?
Who are you waving at?
I've seen a man standing there.
What?
Be Jimmy.
Who are you waving at?
Jimmy.
Where? What are you doing?
You can't see him. I'm joking. Stefan.
Oh, I can see him. Yeah, I was actually really shocked. We were at a park one day and me and Hudson were running round the park and stuff, and Cole and her dad were sitting chilling. And a lady, and she didn't mean it in a bad way, she was like, oh, it's actually nice to see you playing with the kids, Abby, because we never see you play with them. We'll never see Cole play with them online. And I'm like, do people actually think just because that's the part we show, I just don't do that kind of stuff? Like, I'll jump about the bouncy castles, trampolines. I'm a little bit more tame because I might just pee myself and I didn't want to fully embarrass the kids. But when it's stuff like that, I still get involved. I still do all of that stuff. Like, just because we show more of Cole as that side, I am more the sensible one when it comes to stuff like that.
It's summer.
It doesn't mean I actually don't do that.
I wouldn't say sensible.
No, I'm definitely not sensible. But it did make me think, like, do people just think I'm not that I don't know.
No, baby. Look at all your statuses. You do loads like that.
I know, but it's just like other people's perception, isn't it? And obviously...
But that's what this person's saying. It's a perception of mums.
Yeah.
Applying that I'm a dad.
Yeah.
That dads
But
do
why?
the fun things and mums didn't.
In general, is it usually the mums who organise everything and do the thinking and the planning for days out? Absolutely. But is that always the case? No. Absolutely not. I know plenty amazing dads who do all that too. Or, as a couple, they do it together. They're a team. Can't say Cole's very much of a team player for the planning and packing the bags and stuff, but other than that, we're absolutely a team player. I'm not sure I'd trust Cole's bag if she packed it.
I am actually quite good.
Yeah, but you'd pack the kitchen sink and actually... Oh, but the nappies ain't in there.
Meh.
But don't worry, the sink's in there, babe, just in case it needs a wash.
And there would be something really useful in there that you wouldn't believe that I packed it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, really good. But then there's the one thing that you really do need. You're like, why would you not pack that?
I know. My head just doesn't function the same as most people's. I was having a bit of a meltdown yesterday. Abby walked in and I was having a bit of an anxiety attack. Because this is what happens when I'm on my own. It's too much time to think.
That's why I told you to come to the football with me.
Because we had too much to do.
I know, but I could see you were going into that. So usually I always take the kids to football on a Tuesday night.
And I'll sort out all the other sides of work.
All the other side of work. So I'll go and play with the kids for the 2 hours and it gives Cole time. But last night I could see she was going into self-destruct mode, so I was like, why don't you come with us? But I did know we had so much still to do.
And it's annoying because a lot of it, like, I don't know. I'll talk about it on another day. Good morning, Anne. I'm not, for the person that asked about my blonde hair, I'm not dyeing it back blonde. I'm going completely grey and brown.
Natural.
I remember my dad said, no, you don't have grey hair. And I was like, Dad, you just can't see it. Yesterday, we were stood together outside and he went, oh, I see it now. I was like, what? See what? Who's there?
What are you talking about?
Hudson feels so much better today. But
he was much better last night, thankfully.
Just didn't want to go to sleep.
Yeah, he just was not for going to sleep last night at all.
So hopefully we'll do our live tonight.
Yeah, he was good during the night, so fingers crossed that's him on the mend. There's always somebody sick, isn't there?
I know, but that's everybody's saying there's so much going around just now. I've woke up and my throat's sore, but
well, that was like me
I don't feel
day,
well,
wasn't it? I felt so ill the other day.
Yeah.
But every other day when my throat and that's been so, I've managed to power through and I've been okay. But the other morning, oh my God, I felt so ill. I literally had to lie down for an hour.
Have you got a white streak? That's also like an actual streak in your hair, like where you've lost pigment.
That's like that guy that used to come in the barbers. It was so
and it's such a good looking man, and to me it made him look even more good looking.
Oh yeah, he
enough.
So cool.
He just had a white patch of grey hair in his hair, and there's something just handsome about it, wasn't there?
Yeah, it looks so cool.
Our clock's not fast, it's exactly right. Or fast by a minute. Thank you, Eloise, for the stars. I know, Abby looks absolutely incredible. Like, she's found a new wee style in all these dresses.
To be fair, I've really just chucked this on for acupuncture.
Yeah, but you obviously like it. Is that not a new one?
Mm-hmm.
What's a Malone streak, babe?
A what?
Malone streak.
You sure they're saying it right?
Yeah.
Malone.
Don't know what that is.
Oh, I'm sweating. I swear, I've been getting hot flushes anyway, but since starting my IVF, it is literally cranked up big style. I've been standing in front of the fan every opportunity. It's horrible.
We need to be manifesting that Abby's going to be thicker than a Snicker on Monday.
No.
It's all coming around really quick.
It is, isn't it?
Good morning, Tracy.
Gianna's so funny. When we were in the petrol station last night, I was getting an orange Lucozade juice.
Thank you, Crystal.
And, like, you know when kids want to tell somebody in earshot something, but they don't outright say it? So Gianna was like, oh, Mum, is that you just buying that orange Lucozade for when you have your baby scan? And I was like, no. And she was like, because that'll be in like a week or so, won't it? And I'm like, no, Gianna, it'll be ages away. I know, but you know that when you have a baby scan, orange Lucozade is the best thing to drink because it gets the baby moving. So when it does get to that point, Mum, that's what you're going to drink, isn't it?
She's
and I'm
just
like,
so excited.
Yeah, they're so excited, but they're still very aware that
it might never happen.
It might not happen.
That's the hard part because, do you know what? They gave us strength to continue more than anything.
If it hadn't been for them, we probably wouldn't have, to be fair. But both Gianna
because
and
obviously
I were like,
we really want it more than anything, but the kids also, like,
Their
they're like,
feelings
please don't
matter
give up hope.
hugely.
And the reason we wanted to, like, just be like, okay, we've got to call it a day, is for our kids. But the fact that our kids are all for, let's go, we got this.
They're like, don't you dare.
Aye, that's kind of...
Try again.
So...
There you go.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
There we go. Oh my God, I looked like such a scruff this last week. I'm not, Anna. On channel.
That is so cool, Rita.
Wait a minute. That went back the way the clock. Oh.
It's 11:06 on the clock.
Oh, I was reading it the wrong way. Sorry. It's mirrored for me. I cut Abby's hair.
Me too, Ingrid. They're probably my favourite.
Yeah. Just real. But you know what? Like, the way Facebook's been recently, these are the ones that we end up getting violated for, and everybody's losing their accounts just because you can't just have a normal chat these days. Thank you so much, Lucy.
Facebook don't want us doing this.
Don't give up your great parents. Well, I think we'll know. I think we'll know. Sometimes you've got to, it's not about giving up, it's about living with what you've got and making the most of what we've got, which is an absolutely incredible wee family. So it's going to be a bonus, or if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Try not to get too excited. Happy birthday, Derek Cummins. Oh, where's my heart's gone? There you go.
Who gives you hugs when you're down? We give each other hugs. I'm not very much of a hugger, but Cole knows when I need a hug.
Yeah, but you're my hugger.
Yeah. I hug you.
You were never a hugger when I met you.
No.
And then you became very huggy.
Yeah, now you're not so huggy.
Yeah, I am. It's just our bed. Abby bought the most ridiculous sized bed, right? And I don't know about you, right? Every relationship's the same. You cuddle for a minute, but you're going the opposite ways, right? Apart from our opposite ways are so far away from each other, and we both like a leg out the bed. It's literally almost like a divorce. Yeah. So
it's kind of like a divorce bed. Like if you were in that part of your marriage, that would be the perfect bed, wouldn't it? Like we've fallen out. It's okay. You don't even need to put like tone here.
You've got to have your leg swoop, and you just can't be in the middle with the leg swoop because I mean the duvet would be like that.
Yeah. I've got to sleep with a leg hanging off the edge of the bed.
I love you, pair. New Abby from back in my teens.
See ya.
Kirsty McMichael.
I feel like I do know your name. Can't think.
She was a riot back in her teens, wasn't she?
Behave yourself.
Is it just the light, or do you have different colours in your hair, Cole? Look, right. Here's a natural. Can you see it, babe?
Mm-hmm. You can't actually see the greys.
Wait a minute, here. I'll give you the daylight. I'll give you the au natural update. Can you see it now? Oh, look at that bit. Sending you so much love, Grace. Tomorrow's a new day. Blah, blah, blah. Now I've got an itchy face. Right, guys, we will see you after.
Manifestation, baby.